Hi there and welcome to my channel Reviews with Jules. Excuse me, I'm trying to record here. Hi there and welcome to my channel Reviews with Jules. Today I am going to be reviewing Netflix's The Haunting of Bly Manor. So let's jump into it. The Haunting of Bly Manor is a scary thriller series. It has 9 episodes of 60 minutes and is available on Netflix. The story follows Danny, who is a young American girl who has come to London and takes up a job as an au pair to a brother and sister who think she's perfectly splendid. But not everything is as it seems, because haunting the hallways are the ghosts and spirits who are trapped by the Lady of the Lake. What I absolutely loved about this series was the fact that as it progressed, every character got a backstory. So even the ghosts of the most menial things that maybe have one appearance even got a backstory. And that's what I absolutely love, that there was so much depth to the story and the characters. So The Haunting of is a sort of series on Netflix, although The Haunting on Hill House is completely a different story to The Haunting of Bly Manor, although they sort of do the American Horror Story thing where they pick and choose actors from the previous series to be in this one as well. But the story is completely different, and I feel like this one, compared to The Haunting on Hill House, is a lot more emotional and tugged on the heartstrings rather than being really scary. And I feel like it did still have those scary elements in there, because some of the ghosts really did freak me out, especially the Lady of the Lake, not gonna lie. But I feel like the emotional beats kind of drove the story a lot more, and I really appreciated that. I have to applaud the diversity of the series. I absolutely loved that, and I think compared to the first series of The Haunting of Hill House, there wasn't really much diversity in the cast there, so I do think it's improved in that regard. I also do think it's easier to integrate diversity into the cast in this regard, because you've got housemaids and you've got the au pair and you've got previous ghosts that have lived there previous like loads and loads and loads of times before. So I do think it was a little bit easier to integrate, but I do think that it was just so lovely to see that on screen. Rebecca and Peter's relationship was a really interesting one to add into the mix, because even though you get bad spirits, they're not really trying to be bad. I think they're just trying to be together in the afterlife, although it kind of worked out that they shouldn't really have been there anyway. But anyway, that's another story. I'm not going to spoil that. However, I think it was really nice that there are loads of different relationships. You have an LGBTQ relationship, you have a diverse couple that cannot be together, and then you've also got a couple that are trying to be together in the afterlife. Like, you literally have covered all bases, which is, I think, what made it really interesting. Miles and Flora, whether you find them annoying or not, they were a great addition to the story, which I absolutely loved. I thought the actors were phenomenal, and I really feel like they were the sort of glue that stuck everyone together. They were the reason why everyone was there, and they were the sort of mediums between this life and the next for those ghosts. I was a little bit on the fence about the sort of story in a story, because I feel like that's been done again, and then you sort of forgot about it, and then maybe a few episodes in you hear this voiceover and it would go, oh yeah, this is supposed to be somebody reading a story about a story, and then right at the very end I guessed the twist, but actually by that point I didn't mind, because I was so invested in the characters and the story. There were all these little nuggets going around. So Miles acting really strange, but then sort of acting like Peter, and then you sort of then started to get it. And then you have sort of like Hannah not eating, looking down wells. That is really strange. And then you think, this is weird. Maybe it's this, maybe it's that. And as an audience member, you're really getting invested by thinking up all these things that it could be. And normally, you're probably going to be right. However, even if you think you've predicted it, you will then go back and then it will reveal what you think you know, and then it will flip it on its head and go, yeah, but you know this. We already know you know this, but we're going to add a little bit of spice into this, and it will give you an extra element, an extra storyline, or an extra backstory that would just flip it around and for you to go, oh wow, I got that, but I didn't get that, and it makes it so much better. The series did have a big predictability factor about it, and usually I hate that. However, because the characters were so well in depth and cohesive, as well as linking and all the emotion beats in the story and all those elements, and it was really emotionally character driven, I was just so with it. The story was really complex, the characters had a great backstory, the aesthetic was still there, which I absolutely loved, still loved the acting, thought it was fabulous, which is why I gave The Haunting of Bly Manor 4 Jules. I personally was on the fence about the story within a story, but if you liked that element or disliked it, let me know in the comments below so we can have a discussion about it. And tune in on my channel on Thursday when I am going to be doing my first tips video, and it's how to help you start writing. So if you love script writing, short stories, this is the video for you. So make sure to hit that alarm bell, and in the meantime, you can check out these reviews. See ya!